Whether it's world champions making illegal moves, or entire countries hating on the face of chess, these are the weirdest chess cheating moments, starting with this incident where Spanish Grandmaster Jose Carlos Ibarra was playing a game against a much lower rated national master, Eric Tichenko. Throughout the game, Carlos was being outplayed by Eric massively, with Carlos having a lost position by move 12. There were some signs during the game that Eric was suspicious, while on move 12, he played e takes f5, giving up his bishop in hopes of an attack. Not an impossible move to find for a master, but this move clearly put Carlos on edge. Later in the game, Eric ended up sacrificing his queen in a moment where Carlos wouldn't have been able to take it without being checkmated. This only heightened Carlos's suspicions of Eric and could be heard throughout the game saying words such as report, cheating, and block.
Si no, esto no es cheating, chavales, no lo he dicho nunca en abierto, pero si esto no es cheating, esto es un cheating como una puta catedral, chavales.
Yes, I don't speak Spanish, I'm very sorry, just remember to subscribe, let's get on with it. The game ended with Carlos running out of time after having his king checked, then trying to explain how it was obvious that his opponent was cheating.
Fil de 3 la buena, caballo de 4 la buena, caballo por F la buena.
After reviewing the game, he found that Eric had a 95% accuracy score, and his comments under his video also seemed to agree that Eric was playing unfairly. Eric then actually made a video in response to this accusation, explaining how he in fact didn't cheat and that he was unfairly banned from the website as a result of that game. All found on his chess.com account, where he posts how he has also beaten Vladimir Kramnik, who then also blocked and reported him for cheating too. He also claims, just like Kramnik, that chess.com is a corrupt monopoly. Accusations like this appear a lot, especially like the case where young Nepomniatchi, Russian Grandmaster and World Championship challenger, accused Polish FIDE master David Janacek of cheating against him in a titled Tuesday event. In a fairly uneventful game, it seemed as though Nepomniatchi was comfortably outplayed by the FIDE master, who played at a 95% accuracy score. This clip shows Nepo being visibly angry that he had just lost against him, where in the final position he cannot move his knight due to him then losing his queen after rook takes g2. He then goes on to report and block the player who, after being reported, made a post on chess.com, again like the others, explaining how he was in fact not cheating, and that the reason he got a high accuracy score is because he knew the opening line so well. The player received no bans from the website, much unlike the infamous Dewas Kipas, who cheated against Gotham Chess and got himself worldwide attention for being a cheater. Gotham paired against him and immediately suspected him after cheating out his profile to find that he had made significant progress.
Alright, this looks like a cheater.
Jumping 1000 elo points in only 1 month, something that is definitely not possible for any human. The fans in Levy's Twitch chat started going crazy, knowing that this player was going to try cheating, and started saying hello to YouTube, and Levy even said himself he's going to try and make some content out of him.
Let's see if we can get some content here, okay?
At the start of the game, Levy starts talking about what he thinks the right moves would be for Dewas Kipas, maneuvering his knight to control squares on Levy's side of the board, but Dewas Kipas doesn't play them, which wasn't actually strange, but given the suspicious look of his account and the moves he did play, this was a sign that he was getting moves from an alternative source. As the game goes on, Levy begins predicting what he will play, as he knows he's playing against a computer.
Now I would expect this, although it's a computer, so I also kind of expect some weird pawn play.
And then predicts the move g5, which would solidify his knight in the center of the board and making Levy's position difficult to handle, which he actually ends up playing.
I wouldn't be surprised if g5 shows up too right now.
This begun a string of Levy predicting the moves his opponent would play, which he thought were the best moves, and Dewas Kipas actually playing them. The pivotal moment came where, after crushing Levy, Dewas Kipas plays knight to e5, which looks obscure at first glance as he's sacrificing his knight, but leaves Levy completely helpless as it threatens the rook on c1, as well as the move knight to f3, which would quickly lead to checkmate. The game ended with Dewas Kipas having an accuracy score of 93.4. His games also had him having multiple accuracy scores over 99%. After Levy reported him, he was removed from the website, and in response, the entire Indonesian chess community went after Gotham to the point where he had to take a step back from content.
Tens of thousands of DMs every second.
A situation that this user said is a disgrace to humanity. Dewas Kipas still somehow has supporters, even ones that say he learned from computers and so thinks like a computer. While these situations happened online, trying to abuse rules in a real life game wasn't out of the question for Ernesto Inakiev, who in a game against the world champion at the time, Magnus Carlsen, won a game by playing illegal moves. In this game of the 2017 Blitz World Championship, Carlsen was outplaying Inakiev and was on track to win the game when he played the move rook takes b7. Had Inakiev taken Carlsen's rook, he would have been met with bishop takes e8, capturing his rook and checking his king, leaving Magnus in a completely winning position. In response to being checked himself, Ernesto responded with the illegal move knight e3, checking Carlsen's king. To observers, this was obviously very strange, but unfortunately for Carlsen, as a result of being low on time and wanting to win the tournament, he had missed what had happened and responded to the check, playing king to d3. Inakiev stopped the clock immediately and called the arbiter, claiming he had won the game, and surprisingly, the arbiter actually gave Inakiev the win. This was in response to FIDE's handbook, where in article 7.5.3 it says, if two illegal moves are made by the same player, then that player loses the game, which doesn't make sense when we remember that Inakiev was the person who made the first illegal move. Carlsen was obviously shocked that he had missed his opponent's illegal move, but also just as angry that his opponent was awarded the win. The chief arbiter of the tournament then spoke to Inakiev, and in this humorous transcript of the conversation, we can see that Inakiev was trying to make a point that clearly didn't hold weight. He was then asked if he would like to continue the game and resume it back to the position before the illegal moves were played, and taking into account how bad his position was at that point, he unsurprisingly said no. As a result, Carlsen was awarded the full points. Remember to like and subscribe. I am really trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the... well, I was about to say by the end of the day. By the end of the year. Love you all and goodbye.